Hi guys, it's John here. It's been a while since I posted an app of the week, and I haven't actually ever done a video of one, so I couldn't wait any longer, so here we go. This time around I've got a lovely little app which will save you a lot of time and effort, and just that general bedtime bother that you have every night. Now, don't you just hate it when you put your head down and you think, just going to catch up on some sleep, but then you've got to mess around with your phone, you've got to get your phone, you've got to unlock it, you've got to go to your clock, you've got to go and check you've got your alarm set, you've got to tick your alarm to make sure it's right, you've got to set the vibrate to be off and all this other stuff. And it really does get quite annoying and time consuming. You've then got to think, okay, well, I've got to turn off my wireless, turn off my syncing, turn off my mobile network, even set the brightness down because it's too bright during the night if you need to pick it up. And all of this is just such a lot of work, and by the time you finished it you're actually more awake than you were when you started. So I was quite happy to find this little app when I had my original desire a while back, and I thought it was about time I showed you what it was so that you too can have less bother when you go to sleep at night. Okay, so the main problem that I've had is that I've always wanted to be able to be contacted by, say, my family members during the night in case there's an emergency. But then again, I don't want calls from my friends at 3 AM, when they're out on the lash. So there's always been a bit of a predicament, really. And the other thing is, you can think, okay, well, I'll just set my call volume low and stuff and just answer calls as and when they need to be answered, but that just doesn't work. Also, you've got SMS problems. You could go into your messages and turn off the SMS notification, but it's just so much of a hassle because you don't want to receive a text at night time, really, do you? How important can a text be when people can always phone you? So the perfect solution I found is a little app called Bedside. Now, if I load it up for you, you'll get to see what I mean. Okay, so when you first load up the app, you get to the default display of the application, but I'll just go first into the preferences to show you what you can and can't configure. So this is the main section you'll be in probably during the time you use the app. Here you can set the ringing mode, so as soon as the bedside program has started, it will silence your phone completely. But if you want, you can allow calls from certain people, so you can configure a whitelist here and allow calls from people you want. So I've got a few listed in here at the moment, a few family members there, and that means only those people in that list will be able to call me, and I'll hear the call come in during the nights that it's active. But the other good thing is you can enable or disable vibrating, which obviously, if it's night time, you probably want it off because you'll get a shock. And you can also set a separate ring volume to the ring volume of the phone to be used when a call comes through. Now, SMS notification as well. This is quite good because obviously you can get call manager apps and they all work very well, but this is the only one I found which also does SMS management as well. So here you can see I've got it turned off because I don't want text messages while I'm asleep, because if they're important, they'd surely call about it. So that's completely off, but again, you can set a volume and vibration and even a separate ringtone for the SMS if you so wish. And again, enable a whitelist. So if I only wanted to receive texts from, I don't know, you may have a girlfriend or boyfriend that you maybe want to make sure you don't ever miss, then you could pop them in the whitelist there. So the next tab up here is the style. Now this is the style of the sort of nightstand that you saw as soon as the app started. So you can set loads of things in here. You can set the colour, the text. You can see here it's quite customizable to suit your taste. You can tell it to show or enable or not show the background of the phone, and set. There's loads of things here you can set. I can't go through them all because we'll be here all day. But another thing here which you probably want to do is set the screen brightness. So this is the brightness of the screen when it's in its sort of standby mode Obviously the dimmest it is, the dimmer it is, the better you'll sleep, I'd have thought, because having a bright screen when you're trying to sleep in the pitch black is going to disturb you. But I personally, as you will see, have the screen off, but I'll show you that later. So you can schedule brightness here as well, so this will automatically change the style of the brightness at certain times. So when it's getting close to morning you may want it to be a bit brighter, and when it's night time you may want it to be dimmer, so that's quite useful there. Extras, these are just even more customizations for the time, date, weekdays and things. Orientation, obviously, so it works in portrait and landscape, and these bits here will allow you to show certain things on the standby screen, so we can tick that to show the next alarm that you have active, to show whether you have any SMS messages, battery status and other things. So here you see I've got the screen off, so because I don't really want to have the screen on constantly during the night because it will just keep me awake and it's a waste of power. So I've told it to turn the screen off, which uses the default Android settings, and here we've got the text to speech, so you can get it to speak the time for you, and these are just some shortcuts you can enable on the home screen, which I'll show you shortly. Now this is probably my favourite feature of the application. It's the power management. So when the phone is connected to the power, or into my dock, as in this case, the application automatically loads and goes straight into action, and when I unplug it, it will automatically close and turn off any settings that I've set. So I'll show you that right now. Okay, so here I am at my bedside table. Now, rather than having to disable wireless and other bits and pieces, I'll just show you to make sure I can leave them all turned on and not have to worry about anything disturbing me during the night. Now if I just pop this into here, like so, you will now see bedside start up automatically, and there we go, it's gone into its standby screen here. So this, as I said, this won't stay on, this is going to use the default Android settings as to when to turn the screen off, but I'll quickly show you that you can customize these buttons down at the bottom here to do various different things. So you can see it's muted, you can jump to an alarm, jump to a music application, or jump to one of your favourite applications, or turn the screen dim completely. So at the top here we've got the charging status, got the next alarm, day and time, and you've got the current date. So if I wait for it to time out, you'll see, well, I'm sure you'll believe me that it will time out and the screen will turn off after my settings have been activated. So I think this is really probably the most useful app. Obviously I use it every day, but the main thing is you don't have to worry about it once it's running. Okay, so in the morning when the alarm goes off, I would turn the alarm off, take the phone out the dock, and it automatically bedside will close and it will go back into the normal state, and you don't even know it's been running. So if I now go to unlock the phone, you see nothing running, it's all as it was. So yeah, this is really useful. I highly recommend it. I think it's just over £1 in the App Store, and well, if like me you like things to be automated and things, not have to worry about setting your phone up at night, then it's priceless, to be honest. So that's Bedside for Android. Hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll see you again on the next video.